Autism is not trauma. Autism is not the same as CPTSD. Many autistic people also have CPTSD. Hi, hello, that's me. Autism is a neurotype that you are born with, that you have for the entirety of your life. And that neurotype makes you very sensitive. It makes you take in and process information in a very different way than an allistic person. That can make you more prone to accumulating trauma throughout your life. And even more so, the society that we live in makes us very prone to accumulating trauma throughout our lives. But just because they are correlated and there's a lot of overlap does not mean that they are the same thing. I spent years and years and years and am still healing my CPTSD. It wasn't until I started acknowledging that I was autistic and started taking steps to accommodate my autistic traits, my autistic experiences, that my life actually started to improve on a day-to-day basis. Because so much of what I thought were CPTSD triggers were actually unmet autistic needs. And the way that you deal with those are completely different. I fear that if we adopt this narrative that autism is CPTSD, a lot of autistic people are going to be missed, even more so than they already are, and they're not going to accommodate themselves in the ways that they need to just make life more manageable. I feel like this is just another way that we're pathologizing differences. It feels very much like there's an ablism piece in there as well, because CPTSD has the potential to be cured, to be healed, to be, processed and worked through and then moved on from, right? Autism, you have forever. You have for the entirety of your life. It is a disability, and maybe it's hard for people to accept that. But I think instead of trying to change and morph it into something else that makes us feel more comfortable, we can just spend that energy learning to understand the neurotype. I do understand that they show up in very similar ways. Oftentimes, as I mentioned, I thought that my autistic unmet needs and some autistic traits were actually from CPTSD. But the root cause and the way of actually working with it can be very different. Sometimes there's overlap, but often for me, it's been very different.